Hello, so this video I am going to make for anyone who is new at starting makeup and doesn't have a lot of supplies. If you don't have eyeliner, concealer, any of that, I'm doing a simple makeup look, and I'm not a professional, but I learned how to get around with using very little because I once started off with very little, and now I'm going to show you how to do the same. I'm going to be using the Morphe 3502 palette. This is a very simple palette. It has a few shimmers, mainly mattes, but you can see. Okay. So all you need for this is a brush that is for the crease. So it's a poofy brush like this that would go into the crease, and then you'll have a flat brush like this to go more on the lid. So that's all I'm going to use today is that palette and those two brushes. So what I'm going to start off with is something to put all over my lid, my crease, and all the way up to the top near my brow bone. And I'm going to use the poofy brush. Oops, I should go like this so you can see. To just go like that. Okay, so I'm going to use something kind of not too close to my skin color, a little bit darker, something like that, because this is all I have, so I'm just going to work with it. This one. So take a little bit of that and put it all over. So not in any specific way, just all over the lid and all over the top. And that's just to create a base. So I'm going to use that same color on the other side. And by the way, this is actually the first tutorial I'm actually doing. I've done makeup lives on Facebook, and I never really walk through it because, like I said, I'm not a professional. So, you know, I just kind of picked these things up on my own and never really tried to teach anybody it. But because I'm still a beginner, I'm just doing this mainly because my cousin Erin did a video, and I know she's just beginning, so I wanted to make a simple video for her so that she knows that she could do a lot with a little bit. So that was my crease. Now I'm going to I mean, that was not just my crease, it was my lid and all over the top. So I'm going to use a little bit of a darker color to kind of make it fade just in my crease, which is right here, right above the lid. So I'm trying to decide what I want to use. So this one is a little bit darker. I don't think you could see because the lights are a little bit bright, but there you go. This one right here. Still with the poofy brush, and just concentrate that more on the lid. I mean on the crease. So right above the lid. Now before I was going all the way to the top. Now I'm just going to concentrate right in the crease. And just go back and forth, back and forth. Do the same thing with the other eye. Just go back and forth, back and forth. Just like that. So now if you can see, now you can see it's gaining a little bit color, and the color from before up here is light, so it kind of fades a little bit. Okay, so not too much. Now what I'm going to do is just go with the flat brush and just go on the lid. So what I like to do is put, and it all depends. Right now it's just a simple look, so I am going to put a light color on the lid because a lot of times the darker color is in the crease. So I'm going to go in with this bright one here, which you can see I've like went into it a lot here. Or, you know, if I wanted to get a little bold, I would go here, or I could do this one. But I'm gonna stick with this one up here. So I'm just gonna stick my brush in there and just put it there. So it's not picking up, so I just need to dig in a little bit more. So I'm just gonna show you how I'm trying to pick it up. Maybe put the light down just a little bit. I don't know if it's the lighting or what. Let me see if I... Whoop, that's too much. There you go. So I'm just going to dig in a little bit deeper. So then you can see it's on my brush a good amount. And instead of just pushing it back and forth, I'm actually like pressing down and pushing it. Because I guess that's the way this shadow works. So now you can see my lid is a little bit brighter. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. I don't know what it is about certain shadows, but you like really have to like sweep it. Instead of patting it on, you sweep it. It's almost like it's stuck on the brush, so you gotta kind of sweep it to get more color on your lid. And yes, you can wet it. That does make it easier, but either way. If you don't have to wet it, like, it's okay, then it's I think it's better, but sometimes it's just so stubborn you have to wet it. So that is good there. You can keep it like that, or you could go in with a darker color. Right now, if I was to go in with a darker color, I would probably put it down here and up just on the outer corner on both sides, but this time I'm not going to do that. Now, I don't have eyeliner, so what I'm going to do is use dark color to make it look like I have eyeliner. So I can use the pointed brush. I'm just going to wipe it off first. Right now I'm using a dry makeup brush cleaner that looks like this. You could use, someone told me, they sent me a message and they use foam to do it. They just put it like in a container, just like this, put foam in it, and it works just the same way. So it's kind of like a DIY. Maybe I can try to put a link for it in the comments or in the description of a DIY one, because that would be pretty cool to show you. So I cleaned off the brush here, and because it's a flat one and it has like a pointy top part, I'm gonna use that to apply like if it was eyeliner. So I would normally use black, but in my cousin's video, I think her palette doesn't have any black. I think it has a dark brown, so that's what I'm gonna use. And these colors would actually go really nice with a dark brown. So I'm going to use this one right here. And I'm just going to take the tip of it and sweep it across, because I don't want it to be too thick. Alright, so I'm just going to go, and I know I'm not supposed to go like this, but for me it's just so much easier. They say it causes wrinkles, so I wouldn't recommend it. But I'm going to do it. So it's the only thing that don't copy me on. So I am just going to put it right on my lash line, all the way to the inner corner and on the outer. If you need to pick up more product, that's fine. So that's what I'm going to do, because I do want it to be darker. Even though it's not a black, I do want it to show up as much as possible. So can you see that? Just picking up more product, putting it in the inner corner. So as you can see, it looks like a liner. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. I always end up doing one eyebrow thicker than the other. One eyeliner thicker than the other. So I'm just gonna go back on the other side just to make them even. So as you can see, it really looks like I have eyeliner on, which I think is pretty cool, especially when you're working with limited product and tools. So there's that. I think it's fine to leave it like this. You don't have mascara or foundation or highlighter, but I think it looks great like this. It's a nice simple look. It's something that I wore to work earlier. It turned out nice. But if you did want to try something like highlighter, or if you wanted to try something to make it a little bit more pop out more, you can do a couple more things. So I'm going to show you that. So I can either put that same brown that I use on the top eye on the bottom, or the one that I used on my lid here on the bottom. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the brown and put it on the bottom. And maybe I'll use a little bit of a lighter part on the inner. I'm kind of making it up as I go along right now because there's just so many things that you can do with the three things that I named, that 3502 palette and the two brushes. So let's see. So I'm going to take that brown and put it on the bottom lash line all the way to the corner and then bring it in. I'm using the flat brush. That's going to make it easier. And I'm putting it halfway. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And do it halfway. Okay. Then I'm just going to clean it off so that I can do a lighter color on the inner corner. So I'm going to use the same one that I used on the lid. So back to that one. And I'm going to put that in the inner corner of my bottom lash line to meet up with the brown. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use that same light color to put at the top of my brow to kind of highlight it. If you have something that's a non-shimmer, that would be nice to use too. Right now, all I have is a shimmer, which will still look nice. It's just about preference. put them right under my eyebrow. And that's just to highlight it. So I don't know if you could see that, but it kind of highlights it on that side and that side. Okay. I like to just put my fingers over it so it kind of mutes it. So there's that. So I don't know if you can see under my eye. I think I might want to just put a little bit more of the dark brown and bring it in just a little bit more. I think it will look better with just the corner being bright. Okay, like that. I'm getting product right here. Okay, so the last thing, or last couple things, I can also put the light part here in the inner corner to kind of highlight the inner corner. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like really bright here. See that? See that? But you can also use that if you wanted to. I'm going to dip in with my finger with that same one. And you can use that as a highlighter. So you can go right here.
Here, Mommy.
Thank you. And you can put that right on the top of your cheekbones and use that as a highlighter. And this is just eyeshadow. And as you can see, it's highlighting. If you wanted to, you could also use it for the tip of your nose. And right above your lip. What I didn't mention is that if you want, you can use a lip gloss, which I think most people have lip glosses. It really isn't expensive, and you can really use any lip gloss just to highlight your lips. So it kind of makes it pop. So I am going to use just a regular lip gloss. Put it on my lips. This one actually has more color than I want it to have, so let me take it off and try a different one. Let's see. Just a soft lip gloss. Let's see what this one looks like. Nope. I said a soft lip gloss. Still not liking it. Apparently, I don't really have much lip glosses anymore. It's all about lipstick now. Okay, so this one's an old one. I can't even see what the name is anymore. Was it Wet n Wild? So I think that one is good enough. It's just a little bit of a gloss. Tint of color. Okay, let me zoom in on the eye. So you have some highlighter, some lip color, eyeshadow, a little bit of blending up here with some darker color, highlight on the nose, some eyeliner underneath, highlight underneath your brow on the brow bone. And I think that this may not be like an out there look, it's a simple look, but I think it really is good for what we use. We use the Morphe palette, the 3502, lip gloss, any lip gloss you want to use, and 2 brushes. And that really was it. The poofy brush, so the crease brush, and the flat brush. So let me know what you think by commenting below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. Thank you.